Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a tarot card reading. I am now saging the area and saging your cards as we are now going to begin your tarot card reading. Your name and info will be confidential. I will only go over questions. This is a feather I'm using. It just represents spirit and my connection with spirit. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick little prayer to be able to tune into your energy, and I will keep your name in my head, and it allows me to keep away anything negative in the reading as well. And then I will begin to shuffle after I stop praying. Just going to pull up here your messages really quickly. I'm going to pull up here your messages here. Alright. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I am focused on to reveal to her now what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I tune into her energy now to access any messages or any healing guidance that is needed. Thank you. Alright, so as I'm reading here, I'm going to start shuffling. Alright, so I'm going to just read out loud what I see here. I recently made an offer on the first house that I had a disappointment before. Would this transaction be a success? Alright. As I'm tuning into this question, I'm definitely hearing, look at all your options. I don't feel like what you're thinking is the right one. So either maybe you have different options open, or you're just focused and fixated on one idea or one house or one choice. I am hearing, look at your options. I don't feel like the one that you're focused on is the one, if anything. Let me see here. Yeah, so there's something about weighing out your options, looking at other things. And I don't want to always say what my clients want to hear. It's more of what you need to hear. And there's something about what you just asked me, which is really weigh out your options. Don't be fixated on this one thing, because I don't feel like it will 100% follow through. I'm hearing more, don't put your eggs all in one basket, have different options available. As I'm tuning into that, I do have the Death card, which is not always a negative card. It means a transition, which is interesting because you are talking about this house situation, so it's definitely a transition with this house situation. So this is a transition out with the old, in with the new, a good transition that's coming your way. But definitely for this question you asked me, I am hearing weigh out your options, look at your options. I don't feel like this transaction is going to be 100% is going to 100% going to follow through. So I would say to have different options available and really look at all the different choices you have, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. And that's what I'm hearing with that. And don't have expectations always. You know, it's more of you're doing what you're doing, and you be open to what happens, and what is meant to be is meant to be. That is what I'm hearing. But definitely with this question you asked me, I'm not feeling like 100% go on it. So it's more of just weigh out your options. I feel like the offer will eventually happen. It will definitely eventually happen. But I'm not sure on this one. Definitely there's something I'm feeling. I don't feel like it'll 100% fall through. So that's what I'm hearing. Weigh out your options. Weigh out your options. All right. So that's what I'm feeling with that, hun. I also see here there's definitely a lot of healing taking place with this, as this has required a lot of emotions and a lot of work and energy that has been put into this. So it's more of there's fear of knowing that you have to go through all that again, and your angels and your guides and spirit is definitely telling me they don't want you to be worried anymore and to put all your worries and concerns to them. It's kind of more just going with the flow and allowing what needs to happen to just happen. So this is a definite healing process, as I feel like this has been very emotional for you as well. I am seeing here the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, which definitely represents how sometimes this situation can cause a boredom to the extent of what's going to happen then, like, is this really going to happen? I'm just waiting around, nothing's happening, nothing's following through. And it's more of that, yes, it is going to fall through, yes, this will happen, but it's not going to always happen in the way that you want it to. Sometimes the divine has different plans and agendas for you. So definitely for this question you asked, I do feel that Spirit wants you to weigh out your options. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. There's something about this transaction I am not 100% sure on, that I do not feel like it's going to 100% fall through. There's something about it. Either there's just a delay, or it's going to be complicated, or it's just not going to fall through in the way you thought it would. So that's what I'm feeling with that. So more of just weigh out your options, have different options for this, okay, hun? Alright, so I'm going to pull out 10 cards, and then I will go over the rest of the questions you have. I feel like you've gone through a lot of trials, hon. I feel like you've gone through a lot of situations where you've had to get where you've had to get, okay? I do feel you're kind of person where you've literally had to start from the bottom and go towards the top. I do feel a lot of hard work come out of you and out of your energy, and you're a strong person. You're an independent, strong person, and Spirit wants you to continue to be that kind of person that you are. Okay, I just feel like you've gone through a lot of abandonment, a lot of where you've had to just do it on your own kind of thing because you couldn't rely on a lot of people, okay? And you know what? Spirit says, you know, sometimes when that happens, it just makes you stronger in the end. It makes you who you are today, hun, okay? I'm definitely hearing don't let other people's opinions mislead you and what you want to do with your life and what's the best thing for your life. You don't need other people's approval. I'm very much feeling that for you, hun, right now. You don't need other people's approval to do what you want and to make the choices you want in your life, hun, okay? I am seeing here a form of planning. I do see the planning, you know, there has been resistance towards it in the sense that it's been a problem planning this, or it's been lack of it due to it not following through in the way you thought it would. Okay, I do see material wealth that will come in, so I do see money will eventually flow properly and it will be all okay. Alright, I do see this form of where there was different choices that couldn't be made, an indecisiveness where you weren't sure which was the right choice. But now I feel like you've made that decision, and that's what's important. Just know to have your different options though always, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, I am seeing that you are in the place where you are wanting to make money as well, and I do feel like money will come in, and it will be good, especially since this material wealth is on the top of the spread here. Okay, I do see here again with the trials, I do see like you've, like I said, been uh, beaten up metaphorically. You've gone through a lot, and that's what makes you who you are today, hon. Okay, one thing I am feeling as well, you need to pay attention to your intuition more. I do feel like you doubt it and you hesitate on it, and you don't, it's kind of hazy. So when you're trying to follow your intuition, it's hard for you because you don't allow it just to come through naturally. You try to analyze it, comprehend it, when intuition is not like that. You just trust it. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with your next question. Do you see any changes in my work situation this year? This year, I do not see any changes in your work situation. I'm already tuned into your energy, so I'm ready picking up right when I read your question. I don't see there's going to be any work changes. I do see you're still going to be in the same job or the same thing or whatever you're going through right now. I feel that it's going to be the same for some time. It's more of you just allowing yourself to push yourself to, if you're not liking the job you're in now or you're unemployed at the moment, it's more of just motivating yourself, knowing that it's going to get better, it's going to get better. But I am feeling right now that within this year, no, I don't see any changes. I feel like it will be just the same. But what is needed is motivation itself. Motivation that it's going to get better. It's going to get better, okay? With your work situation, I'm not feeling anything right now. So I would tell you if I see any transition, any changes, but I don't see any transition or changes. I don't feel that. I feel like it's going to stay the same for now. But I do feel motivation is needed. Alright, so I do see here another question. I met this person 2 months ago. We started seeing each other, but since then had a misunderstanding for which I partially feel responsible. He felt disappointed. It's not the same. And I don't know if he will ever forgive me. I really like him, but he's hard to read. Maybe he's seeing someone else. Okay, I'm going to pull out 3 cards for this person. No, hon, I don't feel like he's going to be in your life. I'm feeling, yes, I don't feel like he's going to be in your life. I feel like you guys will, just drift apart due to, not being on the same page, like you said. I don't see you guys getting back together, if that's what you're asking me. So what I mean by I don't feel like you guys won't get back together, I don't feel like it will be the same again. I feel like you guys are just going to drift apart. You know, you guys are going to go your separate ways, and it's just going to fade. That's what I'm feeling with that. I'm sorry that I'm saying that. It's more of what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. I'm also seeing here at some point there was no need to feel like you're trapped or you feel like you have no options, because you do have options. You're not trapped in the situation with this person. You don't need to make yourself feel trapped, because we have free will and we have different options. We have different choices we can make. Just because this is not working out with this person doesn't mean you won't find the right person. This is just a lesson. Life is a school. You're going through this for a reason. He is just a season in my eyes as I am tuning into his energy. I feel like he has a different agenda. I feel like he's going to do different things than you. So it's more of allowing this just to happen. I see you guys just drifting apart and it just fading on its own, hon, okay? And I feel like this is a good thing for you because I don't feel like you guys were compatible. I don't feel like you guys were meant for each other. It's more of you guys just bumped into each other to experience something, to experience this season. But I don't feel like he's the person that's going to be that partner. I just feel like it was for a season and it's going to fade. I see him doing different things and having a different life than you, so it's more of, I don't see a compatibility that's going to work out if you try to make it work. I just don't see it happening. I see that it's going to drift apart and you guys will go your separate ways. You're asking me here if he's ever going to forgive you. Honestly, hun, I don't feel like he's seeing someone else. I don't feel like he's, honestly, I know that you're saying he feels disappointed, but I feel like he's not really thinking about it anymore. I don't feel like he's thinking about it anymore. I feel like he's just distracting himself with other things and he's not paying attention to it anymore or what happened. So it's more of he's just doing what he needs to do for his life. I feel like he's focusing on like work or outside things that have nothing to do with relationships or love. I don't feel like he's seeing anyone. I feel like he doesn't really want to focus on that right now. So it's more of him just distracting himself from the whole situation. So there's nothing to worry about, hon. I don't feel like he's seeing anyone. I do not feel, again, with your question again, I don't feel like you guys are meant for each other. It's more of a season and you guys will just go your separate ways. I feel like he's not allowing himself to think about you because he doesn't want to think about that situation because it did give him negative feelings. So it's more of he just is distracting himself right now. He's distracting himself from what happened and what occurred. I feel like he's a very, he escapes a lot. That's what I'm getting as I'm tuning into his name. He escapes a lot with different things and he tries not to think about things. That's why it's very hard for you to read him. He uses different methods or escapes, When I mean escapes emotionally, okay? Let me see here, next one. 3 weeks ago, I started to see, I don't know what to make of this as it happened and progressed very fast. He has a past which stopped me from giving him a chance. Okay. With this person, I feel like he will be in and out of your life a lot. I feel like it will be on and off constantly, and honestly, I don't feel like he will be a reliable person. So when I mean by reliable, I don't feel like he will be, for this second question with the second person you asked me, I don't feel like he'll be a reliable person. I don't feel like he will be an actual, like, partner, like somebody you could have, like, a life with, because he can be irresponsible and you can't rely on him. Because I feel like he'll say things and, they're not always what he really means, and you can't trust a lot of the things he says. So it's more of you can't rely on him. I feel like it will be on and off, and he will be coming in and out of your life due to the fact that you guys are very compatible. So it's really up to you, hun. I don't know if you're willing to completely cut him off, and I don't think he's into the idea of cutting you off because you're available. So it's up to you. But with the cards and with what I'm feeling as I read your question, I don't feel like he's a life partner. I feel like he's just somebody you could have fun with and somebody you can enjoy your time with and you can have a great time with, but I don't feel a reliability on him. I don't feel like he's somebody you can really count on that kind of level. I feel like he needs a lot of maturity, and especially when it comes down to knowing how to have a partner, how to be in a relationship. So, but yes, be aware, I do see him coming in and out of your life, and I do feel like it will be on and off constantly. I do feel that, hun, okay? Let me see here. I'm going to pull out 3 cards in regards to that just to confirm it. Now, can you trust him? I don't feel like you can. If you want to, but you're gonna always be disappointed because I feel like he's very flaky, and I also feel like you cannot rely on what he says. You know, he says different things because he doesn't like making people disappointed, but then he actually messes it up because he says he drags it out too much, the lies or the different stories or the flakiness. So I'm feeling like he's not a person you can rely on when it comes down to a serious relationship. Just somebody you could have fun with. But I do see this being on and off and him being in and out of your life. So it's really up to you in the end if you want to really cut it off or continue with that on and off. Because you guys do have a very strong connection itself. If you are wanting to be with him, I'm going to be honest with you. You cannot change him. You cannot try to fix him because he's very difficult as it is, and it's very deep. Whatever he went through from the past, it's very deep within him already. So it's something you cannot change, and he is not easy to change because it's covered metaphorically with so many layers, and it's something very spiritual as well. That's why he hasn't been able to access that part of being changed. So it would require a lot, and you cannot rescue anyone, you cannot fix anyone. Always know this, hon, okay? And you cannot make somebody the person you want them to be. They have to be that person. Yes, they can grow with you and mature, but it's very deep within him already that it would require a lot of work, and I feel like it's not worth it. So if you would just like to enjoy your time with him, go for it, because I really do see you guys being on and off. But as a reliable partner, I do not feel that, hun. Right. I'm going to pull out 3 cards. Alright. Yeah, so I would say no, definitely. I got the Falling Tower, which for me represents a relationship. So be careful. You don't want to repeat patterns, old patterns from the past, and repeating it over and over, and just going through the same thing over and over, and disappointing yourself over and over. You don't want to go through that. And then also, this represents for me the fact that it's not a reliability. So it's more of knowing that you need to find somebody that's willing to bring that discipline, willing to bring that responsibility in your life and be responsible, okay? All right, let me see here. All right, so I'm going to see more what you should be paying attention to more in your lifetime. I feel like you're very, very, very talented. I feel like you have a lot going for you, hun. I just feel like you think too much into the future, and Spirit wants you to think more in the now and be more in the now. You're always wanting to know the outcome of things, and sometimes Spirit wants you to really go with the flow and see what really, really happens. I'm also feeling, hun, you don't beat yourself up about things. Don't allow yourself to get so frustrated with yourself, because you have gone through a lot and you've gotten through it. So it's more patting yourself in the back because you've gone through all that and telling yourself, I am going to get through all these things no matter what. I believe in myself and I know I can do it. It's more of also, I don't like being negative, but I am feeling there are times that you can be a little bit self-centered. I know that sounds horrible that I'm saying this, but I want you to pay attention to the things more that are more important, which I don't know if it's family or certain friends that have been there for you, but I feel like sometimes you'll push people away or cut people out of your life that have been there for you, and you'll just push them away. I feel like you have this tendency where you can push people away, or you'll hold grudges, or you close doors very easily. And Spirit's telling me to leave the door open a little bit. Don't close off to people so much. And I feel like trust is very important for you. I feel like you've gone through a lot where it's like hard for you to trust people and you can't easily trust people. I feel like the only way you can learn to trust people is to have that door a little bit open and not be so intense with things. It's okay to express your emotions with intensity. You know, emotions are okay. It's okay to feel the way you're feeling. But no, I'm feeling Spirit wants to be softer, not to be so hardened or to feel hard. Because I feel like you've gone through so much in your life, you've just hardened up a little bit. And it's due to all the hurt and betrayal and disappointment you've gone through. And one thing I'm feeling from the universe right now for you, hon, a message that I feel like I need to pass to you, is to not take life so seriously, not to take it so personal and so seriously, and to always know people do not need to have power over you. People do not need to have power over you and your emotions. Unless they're very close to you, I understand, but others that don't know anything about your life, that don't understand you, that don't understand what you've gone through, there is no need to take it so personal to the point where you then allow yourself to what is the word? Destruct yourself and destruct what you've created. I'm feeling a lot of hate and hurt in your heart. One area that you must work on is the heart chakra. I feel like you need to release a lot of emotions. There's a lot of suppressed emotions in your heart chakra area due to a lot of betrayal. I feel a lot of betrayal that I'm feeling as I'm reading your cards. And I want you to work on this area. Ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness not just with what happened with the situation, but with yourself. And to learn to find acceptance with what happened. Accept and forgive, even if it hurts. Accept and forgive. And allow yourself to do this when you feel ready. But no, if you don't do this, you will constantly feel this heaviness within your heart that won't allow yourself to feel that softness I was talking about. Okay, hon? I feel this anger that I can't explain that's like coming from your energy. So it's not like an anger. I don't know if it's an anger towards a person, anger towards somebody you're angry with, or just anger towards like everything you've gone through. Just know that anger won't go away until you find that forgiveness and acceptance towards the situation and yourself. So I will leave you with that, hon. I hope you very much enjoyed this reading. And just because the house thing I said, it's nothing negative, because I feel like you will find that point where the offer will go through, the transaction will go through. It's more of just weighing out your options. I'm just feeling like Spirit just doesn't want you putting your eggs in one basket. There's something about that they're very significant about, okay? Like weighing out your options. So alright, hon, so I will leave you with that. I send you lots of love from the heavens above, and it was such a pleasure giving you a reading. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Many blessings. Bye now.